Hey guys, Cyndi Williams here, the Wanderlust CEO. Today we're talking about the disaster that was Disney's launch or attempted launch or kind of launch of the park reservation system. It was a crazy day. I'm here to tell you all about it. I also want to share with you a walkthrough on the system, everything that you need to know, the do's and don'ts, and if you are even thinking about going to Disney in 2020 or 2021, all the need to know information up to date regarding this reservation system, okay? So let's get to it. So if you're new to the show, I just wanted to say welcome. My name is Cyndi Williams and I'm known as the Wanderlust CEO. I started in the travel industry over 25 years ago. I have a huge love for travel and I actually teach people how to launch, grow, and scale their own portable, profitable travel businesses. If you're like, oh my gosh, that sounds amazing, go over to cruiseonvacation.com when this video is done. You can check that out. But today we're gonna be focusing on Disney, everything you need to know. Whether you're a travel agent or advisor that follows me, or you are a general consumer, this is a relevant video for all of the must-dos right now, this week, and forevermore going forward regarding this new system, right? So let's get into it. I want to talk first about what are the things you need to know about this park reservation system, right? What is it? The park reservation system was created so Disney can limit the amount of attendance in each park. They can track who's coming when and kind of budget for it. With the new COVID standards and social distancing, this is their way that they can keep a control on who's in the parks when and really anticipate what the flow is going to look like and give people an opportunity to know, okay, if I'm coming all the way to Florida, I can go on this day or I can't on this day. So it's a way to make a reservation that you are going to be showing up at a certain park on a certain day. You need to have these reservations for the foreseeable future right now, okay? So very, very important. A couple of important dates if you don't already know them. Magic Kingdom and Animal Kingdom are reopening on July 11th, followed by Epcot and Hollywood, which are opening just a few days later on July 15th, okay? So those are the park opening dates. Pay attention to that for sure. Secondly, if you are an annual pass holder, make sure that your ticket is linked in your My Disney experience. That has to be linked up before you can use this new system or you're gonna get in and be disappointed. So that's an important step. Make sure you link those in your My Disney experience, okay? No park hopping is gonna be allowed, you guys, so you can't just hop from Magic Kingdom to Epcot or Hollywood, you know, and over to Epcot, or, you know, depending on what you really like to do or what your normal schedule is when you travel. There's not going to be hopping for the foreseeable future. So if you did buy a hopper pass or a hopper feature on your pass, you can expect some type of prorated refund. Disney has said those are going to be coming out. There's going to be more information on that soon, so watch for that because they're going to make you whole, which is, I think, amazing. So they're going to make an adjustment for that, but just know you have to commit to what park do I want to do on what day. And I'm going to give you a little travel agent tip here. Like if there's a park you can't miss, then make sure you're booking extra days into your trip and you have that park reserved for 2 or 3 days, because what if there's rain? What if there's something that happens and you don't get into a certain park and your kid has their heart set on it, right? So anyway, if you're working with a travel agent, they're going to give you tips like that. But that's just a really big one that came to mind with me. Like I love certain things about the Magic Kingdom, so I always book it at 2 or 3 different times during our stay. But with no park hopping, either extend your trip longer, it would be an option, or just know that it's a good idea to have more days than you think for the parks that you really can't miss, okay? You need a reservation for each day of your trip. So you can't just go in and say, yes, I'm gonna be here this week and I wanna show up at the parks whenever I wanna show up. It doesn't work that way. You have to say, okay, I get there on Friday. If you wanna go to the park on Friday afternoon, you have to tell them, I wanna go to Magic Kingdom, I wanna go to Epcot. This is the way that you reserve those, okay? And there's no guarantee that they'll be available. They are, pretty much everything's available right now because it's the first day, right? But as stuff starts to tighten up, that could change. So you want to pay attention to that availability. So, but just know you have to make a reservation. Anytime you think you're going to the park, everyone in your party has to have a reservation to get into the park through this system. Okay, so let me give you the breakdown. Let's talk about dates. Who can book when? This is the big question. Like, I have this scenario, so we're gonna walk through several different scenarios here, and one of them I'm sure is you, okay? So the first is the easiest one. If you are a Disney resort guest, meaning you're staying on property at a Disney hotel, and you have a valid park ticket, then you can go on the system today. It opened for you today. If you can get it to work, that is. Force is with me, I'm one with the Force. The Force is with me, I'm one with the Force. I should have got some Kylo Ren ears. So at any rate, and any hotel stays through September 21st, 2021, okay? So you guys can get on the system right now and start booking your days, which is awesome. Now, the next group would be pass holders. There's a lot of pass holders who don't stay on property because you live in the area, or maybe you stay with friends and family, or you drive in, or you stay at different hotels, or you do an Airbnb or something like that. If you're a pass holder without a hotel stay, if you're a pass holder, pay attention. You can start making your reservations just a few days on June 26th for whenever you want to go, right? So that's really cool. They're opening it up that ahead of time for pass holders. Last but not least, all other ticket holders, if you have a ticket, but you're not a pass holder and you're not staying at the hotel, June 28th is your date to start going to the park reservation system. You guys see how much we're having to keep up with now? It's a lot, right? The next thing is ticket sales are paused right now. So if you're like, great, I'll go buy a ticket and then I can make my reservations on the 28th. No, it's not happening that way. The only way you can kind of get a ticket right now is if you have a room only reservation, then you can start adding tickets on June 24th because you already have a hotel reservation. But if you don't have a hotel reservation on Disney property, you cannot make one right now. If you don't have a ticket to Disney, you cannot make one right now, okay? So when you might be asking, am I gonna be able to book for 2020? We actually don't know. They have said, we're going to open it up later this year, later this summer, based on availability. So for 2020, they are really restricting things. They're seeing how things go, and some availability should be available for 2020, but we just don't know yet. There'll be more information. Now, a little bit of good news is they have opened availability for 2021. No, they haven't opened it yet. They're about to open availability for 2021 packages starting on June 28th. This is amazing news. So what my recommendation to you is pick a date in 2021 that you want to go and get something on the books. So work with your local travel agents. If you guys, by the way, need a preferred travel agent to work with, you can go to wanderlustceo.com/TA list, and you can get a list of some of my favorite agents all over the country and agencies that will do an amazing job for you. So keep that in mind as well. But June 28th, that means you need to be talking to them right now, because as of today, it's the 22nd, right? It's launch day. That's not that far away. So what we're doing with our clients is we have where they want to stay, what their budget is, we have credit cards on file, and we're getting ready to just take orders the minute that system opens. So travel agents have a little bit of a step ahead. So again, I'll get into that in a minute, but June 28th is the date if you want to book on your own for 2021 packages. 2020 is not available right now. New trips. So the other thing that's really cool, well, I think they had to put this in place because this is a layer. So funny, because sometimes you explain fast passes to people and they still are like, yeah, I don't need fast passes. I'll deal with it when I get there. I feel like this is one of those moments where it's that fast pass person who didn't get fast passes that really needs to pay attention right now. Like, earmark this part of the video. If you are booking your own reservation, do not forget to see if there's park availability for the time that you want to go. This is a new thing you need to think about that you have not had to think about in trips past. As travel agents and advisors, we're on top of it, right? But if you're doing this on your own, you need to make sure you pay attention to, well, if I'm going to Disney the first week of December, let's say it opens up and you get a package for that. You should go in and see, can I get into the parks? What parks can I get into what days? Because based on how this new reservation system works, you could technically book a reservation, get a hotel stay, and not be able to get into the parks. That would not be good. You can't show up anymore and just go, okay, where do we want to go today, family? Nope, it's not gonna work in this new system. So Disney's going to give you the availability to look and see what parks are available before you book your reservation. So I think that that's really cool. It's kind of a necessity, but I really need to point that out for you guys because people are gonna miss that, and there are gonna be people that show up, and then as travel agents, we don't wanna laugh at you. If you don't, I'm gonna laugh at you. I'm gonna make these updates and I'm gonna laugh at you. Okay, moving on. Share this video. Support travel agents everywhere. I love you. We want you to be successful. We want you to have a happy trip. Whether you book through us or not, we want you to be happy, right? But don't let that be the thing that ruins your trip, because it totally could, right? So guys, if your head is spinning, I get it. Like, these are just the updates for this week. So I want to encourage everyone, take a moment and hit that subscribe button, because we're doing update videos like crazy. This is just one for Disney, right? There's a million other destinations in the world as a travel agency that we're doing updates on. But if you really care about what's going on with Disney, make sure you hit that subscribe button. So I want to talk to you about what was going on in the system today. Oh, I have to use a new reservation system. Duh, it launched today. No one can get in it. It's locked out. It's timing out. No one can use it yet. Oh boy, it was special. So it was a literal nightmare, to be honest, to secure any type of reservations on the new system today. There were site crashes. There were waiting rooms. There was a waiting room created, so you would sit and it said, do not hit your browser button, do not hit your back button, or you'll lose your spot in line. There were frozen screens. Even once you got into the system and you get to that last screen where you're about to hit, you know, show me my reservation, or, you know, kind of get that confirmation, it would time out on you. Hours of frustration today, guys. I mean, it was really a rough go. It's okay. It's gonna be fine. We haven't even gotten one reservation done yet, so cheers. Oh, it's warm. That's gross. So, parks were appearing available and then they weren't, and we're like, are they sold out? Are they not? Is the system just not working? Lots of chaos today. So, even with that, we were actually able to get through booking one day. I think we got one or two park reservations made. I'm lucky enough to have a reservation, and I'm lucky enough to be a pass holder, and so I have access to the system today. So I'm going to show you this walkthrough right now real quick, and we're actually going to take a look at how you book everything in your system. Okay, so as soon as you get done waiting in the waiting room, it's going to ask you to select your party. We'll continue. We are in, and it took a minute. We got kicked out on that first page a couple of times, which I edited out, but let's take a peek here. So it is giving us options for June 22nd and beyond. That's because we are pass holders. We also hold reservations starting on July 22nd. So I'm going to play around with this. Select the date. Remember, you can only pick one park per day. And then we're going to select the park that we want to go to. I'm going to select Magic Kingdom. Select an arrival window. So the arrival window is pretty big, and maybe that's not the time the park closes, but it's you have to arrive between 9 and 7. So we'll play around with that and see where this goes. Have everyone in our party listed. Let's read the terms and conditions. Please read carefully. These terms and conditions contain important. And you'll notice the assumption of risk here for COVID, which is new. You're signing a waiver. Acknowledgement of risk again, and waiver by other users. Wow, lots of terms and conditions, guys. Let's hit close and let's hit confirm and see what happens. See this magic. Boom! Disney Pass is confirmed. Yay! Going to the Magic Kingdom on July 22nd when you arrive, and it's going to give us some information here. Magic Band. Perfect. Good. Cool, guys. And then you can view it in your plans, which is awesome. Pretty easy, I have to say. Once you get in, that's the trick, right? It is now December 3rd, and I'm still waiting for the screen to clear. Merry Christmas. So it looks like we are confirmed for Magic Kingdom. It lists everyone in your party again. Some great information about when you arrive, making sure they're reminding you about that arrival window. Head to the main entrance, use your Magic Band or card. And from here, you can view this in your plans, or you can make another park pass. So I'm going to make one more, and let me just do it for 2 people as a comparison. And just out of curiosity, I want to see how it works if you have your same party going to different parks. Because sometimes that happens, right? Like you want to take the little kids to Magic Kingdom, and then part of your party might be going to Epcot. So let's go to Epcot the next day. Arrival window again, 11 to 9. I'm going to go and compare this to their open hours too, just to see if that's different, because that will become relevant when you're working with clients. And same process, you're agreeing to those terms and conditions, and then you're going to confirm it from here. Confirm. Great, and then it has the information again listed. And this time I'm going to go into view this in my plans to see what it looks like. It's like it's showing up like a fast pass, okay? So I know because it had that same arrival window, but it looks like, look, all of the guests are kind of cleared out. I was in here a second ago testing it, and the guests were showing. So I think that they're having some quirks on the website today for sure, but it's basically showing up like a fast pass would show up in terms of making reservations. And let's see how our Epcot one turned out down here as well. Yep, that one's showing there too. So in this one, the icons are showing. This wasn't showing a second ago. So again, a little glitchy on the website today, but nothing that's stopping you from actually creating your reservation at the park. So let me hit reservation details. And we'll take a peek and see how this looks once you go into the actual park reservation for the day. Oh, no. See, this is what we don't want to have happen, because if you hit that browser, you're going to have to start all over again. Looking for a secret door. Is there a secret door like in Monsters, Inc.? Tick, tock, tick, tock, tick, tock. I'm in. Just kidding. I'm not in. Okay, so let me just do a general review of, how I think everything went today. I think Disney has some work to do to stabilize the site. I realize today is day one and it's a little crazy, it's a little chaotic, and we kind of anticipated this. Like every time Disney drops dining or they drop a big promotion, the site crashes and things happen. But it was a little surprising because like international guests aren't traveling to Disney right now. So I was thinking, oh, maybe that'll even it out, but it really didn't. Like everybody was on that site today. So it really tells me that there's a huge demand for Disney. I think it will slow down. I think Disney will figure out these quirks. I think the system will be fixed. I was only able to book 2 parks of my 7-day trip today, but I'm like, well, we'll see how it goes. Like, I'm gonna keep logging in and see if we can get it worked out. I'll give you guys some updates on that too. But I would be concerned about availability for the foreseeable future for Disney. So, this is one of those things where I don't think there's gonna be a lot of last minute trips to Disney that can be booked. It's just gonna be really labor intensive for, checking. There's so much more you have to check now to make a decision if you wanna go. So I think planning is gonna be really key. So please work with your travel agents, travel advisors on your plan. If Disney's falling anytime in the next year and a half for you, now is the time to be having conversations, even if it's to earmark a vacation for next year. And if you can get something later on when the 2020 opens up, great. You could either go twice or you can decide which one you wanna keep. But think about it now. It's gonna be like, I said a couple weeks ago, it's like getting like that golden ticket for Willy Wonka. I really feel like that's how Disney's kind of going right now. So if you're hoping to go to Disney in 2020 and 2021, I want to go over a few things. So there's a few things that are changing at lightning speed. Today we're literally just talking about the reservation system. That's just one of the many changes, right? You have to pay attention to social guidelines. You have to pay attention to the property open dates and events and different things that might not be open. Experience updates, things like, can you do the build your lightsaber, the droid build over in Hollywood, or some of the other cool stuff that they have. Those are updates that are happening every day. Festival changes and updates. We have another video we just filmed on all the new updates for Disney, so check that out. One of the things that's happening this year is Food and Garden and Flower and Garden are, I said Food and Garden, Food and Wine and Flower and Garden are being combined. So there's all these like weird little quirky things happening. Some of them are really cool. Some of them are like, wow, you really need to pay attention to that. But that's just to name a few. Hold times are in the hours at this point with Disney. The site crashes are happening. All this to say, you guys would be crazy not to be working with a talented travel advisor or travel agent right now. Forbes has written articles about this recently, USA Today, Travel Weekly, about the fact that everybody should basically have a travel agent on speed dial to navigate this new crazy world of traveling during and with COVID, because there's so many moving targets, there's so many updates, there's so many changes. Unless you want a full-time job of managing your couple vacations, it's really a little bit crazy right now. So I want to encourage you, again, just grab that list that we have, wanderlustceo.com/TA list, and I'll send you out my list of my favorite travel agents. Find one that you connect with and that you love, and work with them to book your travel. That is really going to be save you so much time. I mean, I just was doing my own trip today and it took me 3 hours to get 2 days booked. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. So have your travel agents handle that for you. The average vacation is taking us anywhere from 5 to 10 hours extra on every single vacation we book right now, because of all of the complexities happening in travel, the updates, the managing of your trip from the day that you book it to the day that you go. It's not the simple process that it was a few months ago. So save yourself some frustration, save yourself some stress, and use an amazing travel agent. So guys, that wraps our video on the review of Disney's new reservation system. We have lots of other great update videos on our channel. Be sure to check those out and subscribe. And hey, wherever you are in the world, I wish you so much love, so much abundance. I wish you the world. I'll see you next time. Bye guys. We are going to wait this out. I'm just gonna enjoy my coffee. And I'm gonna sit here and not click because it says not to click, but I am gonna open up 4 other windows and try to get in that way, and try it on a second machine, and then a third one, and then my phone, and then an iPad, because that's what travel agents do. We go the extra mile. Hey guys, Cyndi Williams here. If you like that last video, make sure you check out my other content to help you grow and scale your very own travel business. And also, I invite you to travel around the world with me and find out what I'm doing in my portable, profitable, award-winning travel business. Check out the videos.